power is always done first because it is reliant on ATP. It's adenosine triphosphate. It's the first thing our body uses to exert a little bit more energy. Also, this power is most susceptible to your CNS depletion. Your central nervous system, it gets fatigued, and power is the one that fucks off as quickly as possible. Welcome back to the latest YouTube. I am Coach Tom Hall. We have a coaches group which I coach other coaches how to be more powerful, how to train their clients a little bit better, how to train the general public as athletes. I have a master's degree in sports performance and biomechanics. The C degree, trains loads of people. Nice to see you. All right, we're gonna get right into this. We are looking at this session that I posted up the other week because Cbum is training athletically, and I wanted this is a dummies guide, if you will, without calling you guys dummies, essentially. This is a kind of, if we want to go and start to train athletically, but we want to almost do the bare minimum, and it's kind of how most of my sessions kind of look anyway from this point of view, and we've trained enough as a bodybuilder, a strength athlete, but we want to get into certain things and trying to highlight certain different qualities of being a little bit more athletic, because I want to be able to go and run. I want to be a little bit faster when I play football. I want to just be more powerful and perhaps move a little better in general. This is the structure. These are some exercises which are explained and what categories they sit in, and this is like a full body session. Full body athletic based session, if you will. Just full body good training, if I'd like to put it as. Let's get right into this straight away. You'll notice these two first exercises. Steal my full body session. So bump, 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 bump. Right, so we got two things, which were power 1 and power 2. Very simple. So we are gonna go through those. If I can get my thing back. There we go. So this first one, boom, boom, boom. So we've got something called a horizontal and vertical vector jump. Very, very simple. So we're gonna jump forward and jump up, and jump forward and jump up. So we're changing the emphasis of where my kind of plyometrics go, where my ballistic base movement goes, and jump training. I just call this jump training, so we can get different qualities into our lower body. And we have my upper body. I'd say is probably going with a little bit of an arm swing as well. You can see I have to change what's happening in my torso for each one. So if I've got normal jump, if I'm moving horizontally, I'm going to be going through a little bit more forward force, a little bit more linear, and I have to use I'm going to hip flex a little bit more, knee bend a little bit more. You can see my knee goes way over my toe. So I've got a little bit of elastic tension that's happening through into my Achilles tendon to be able to have a big amount of stretch. And that stretch reflex is going to push me all the way into that jump. And then I'm getting ready to organize myself to go change. So I have to go heel because I need to brake. So my feet are landing out in front of me, which means braking force, and going up top, and I'm trying to get as high as possible. So the reason why we would do a power exercise, so maybe done our mobility, our little movement prep, our little kind of 5-10 minutes of moving around, getting ourselves a little bit better, a little bit more blood flowy, a little bit more movement, and then we start to do power first. So power is always done first because it is reliant on ATP. It's adenosine triphosphate. It's the first thing our body uses to exert a little bit more energy. Also, this power is most susceptible to your CNS depletion. Your central nervous system, it gets fatigued, and power is the one that fucks off as quickly as possible. So as soon as you start moving slower, you've got none of that left, you can't recuperate it very well, and it doesn't restore very well. It's completely anaerobic, it takes a long time to come back. So if you've got aerobic stuff, it'll take the qualities, come back, and you can kind of work okay. With that muscular endurance, you kind of hypertrophy stuff, you can kind of hang on for a while. This stuff just runs away. Usain Bolt's not doing 100 meters over and over and over at max effort, just like we can't do that in power. If we're putting as much effort into this as we can, we won't be able to jump as high or jump as far. So that's why it goes first. Only these maxi kind of jumps. This is more the movement and rhythm and getting nice and high. So braking forces up there. And then I went into it very, very simple, double leg bounding into horizontal force. But what these did tell me, if you can see there, I did kind of a vertical and horizontal jump and then a completely horizontal jump. So that means I'm trying to utilize my hips, my hamstrings, everything that kind of goes along with that. So posterior chain. So that means when I come into, so I've done power 1, power 2, you could have an upper body movement there, that's absolutely fine. What I'm gonna go into is probably gonna be deadlifts and RDLs because they work perfectly hand in hand with broad jumps and stuff like that, utilizing my hamstring. So it's going to be deadlifts. As you can see, I go into some RDL patterns. So these are kind of catch, release. You could do a normal RDL here, guys. So a nice heavy strength, anywhere from 8s all the way down to 3s, really heavy from like 60% all the way to, if you're doing 3s, you could do 90, 92.5% kind of on your loading. But on this, I'm doing like a catch and release one. It might not look like it, but I'm trying to catch it. So that eccentric phase is essentially 0. It's obviously not, but I'm going to be as quickly as possible. I'm trying to catch and then hold and then come back up, just to make my deceleration of my hamstring a little bit stronger. That's the whole point of that one. And that's my strength 1. Like we said, we could have really strong RDLs. I'd be perfectly happy with that. And because we've got an RDL, a posterior chain-based movement, you can see I've gone into an upper body push. So that pairing, these are supersetted. So that pairing is like that because essentially we could think of deadlift as a lower body pull. That hinge pattern should be paired with something completely corresponding on the opposite side of the body. So we go up the opposite side of the body. We're not going to continue doing a pull because we've taxed out our grip and stuff from there. So we're going to do a push. So it's upper body push with lower body pull. Works perfectly together. So you can actually do these back to back with kind of a limited fatigue pattern. They're generally not going to hurt each other and you're still going to train at a decent intensity. So you don't have to rest as much and your heart rate's going to stay a little bit higher and that fatigueness is probably not going to be there very long. So this one, a single arm dumbbell press. I've gone 15-degree incline just because sometimes it's a little bit safer and I think I just hadn't done that variant in a while. So this horizontal push, again, we could do anywhere from 3s to 8s to 10 reps maybe. Anything pretty general is going to be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Do 3, 4, 5 sets and pair it with. Just really like push the loads on these strength-based exercises, yeah? So this is where you're like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to listen heavy tin. This is what my whole of my session's been about. So if I wanted to push, like do the power exercise to complement this one, I might do some med ball throws or med ball pushes or plyometric push-ups or something like that, just to get a little bit more power, force creation, ground reaction force, something called rate of force development happening in that power section. And then I'm all excited and then I can be as strong as possible. So the single arm nature of this exercise, obviously we're not really explaining everything, we kind of just want to look at the structure, but we do a single arm press because you can see on this hip, if I've got everything here, on the opposite side, my right hand side of my body, everything to do with my core is having to lock down. So I think anything that's attached to my pelvis and my spine, so that comes all of my rib cage and stuff, is trying to rotate over to the left side. So I have to think really, really, really carefully how much my oblique, my abs and my thorax and my pelvis are really, really tense to be able to push that back up. So these are taken literally straight out of where NFL athletes do it because they have to do a bunch of like single hand pushing and bracing and have really strong kind of tensile strength happening the rest of their body and be very aware. It's a little bit different to the bilateral press where all your effort is going up. I've got one arm going up and down, and then the rest is like anti-rotating. It's trying not to bend over, rotate with the dumbbell, trying to hold its kind of position. It's got lots of isometric contractions happening to make it go down there. So we've got strength 1, strength 2, 3 to 4 sets. Let's do anywhere from 3 to 8 reps. Obviously, those percentages, if you're doing 3 reps, it's going to be like you're lifting some heavy tin, give yourself a minute or two break. If you're up near like 8 to 10 reps, then you're all right. You could either come down, I do a lot of like wave programming. So you go 8, 6, and then 5. Those are your 3 sets. And then the last bit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 exercises, and we're thinking training quality. Then we've got our accessory based movements. So you can do what you like here, essentially. So because I did an RDL pattern, it was a bilateral hinge, I wanted to do a unilateral kind of pushing based exercise with my lower, all right? So I jumped on the leg press, I thought it was quite good, I quite enjoy it, doing like just a single leg press, really, really simple. Especially when I want some of you maybe aesthetic based people to get into this kind of programming, thought this would be a good thing to show you. So unilateral leg press, boom, it's one of the primes, so it's very kind of quaddy dominant, and yeah, it's all right. Don't know where this hat's gone as well. Very annoying. I've lost it. Got my good hat on, but yeah, very annoying. Don't know where that is. Probably in that gym. Okay, so single leg press. You could do any kind of single leg drill. I'd be happy with. If you don't want to do a bilateral, it's fine. Go do a normal goblet squat, a front squat, a rear foot elevated split squat, a reverse lunge. Those are all good things. Absolutely fine to put into that accessory position because we're going away from where we just trained a hinge. If you want to go train another hinge, that'd be absolutely fine. I'd make it knee dominant though. So like you're thinking leg curls and stuff like that. So that'd be your accessory one. Accessory 2, we did a upper body push. Right. So we're going to do an upper body pull. Very simple. Don't mind if it's vertical or horizontal. We did a horizontal one, so we're going to keep it the same. And then this, it's just a dead stop row. So each time I am setting that down, I'm touching the ground, and then I'm bringing probably a little bit far away. All right, I want this gap to go. All right, so this is a little bit straighter here. All right, so bad on me. Dumbbell gets set down. I rip it and go through here. Cool. So we have a dead stop. I'm having to brace up again. You're thinking I'm anti-rotating again through my obliques, everything that's contracting through my core and everything through my pelvis is being attached. I've got this kind of offset stance because we're an athlete and we're yanking that from the ground. Absolutely beautiful. Dead stop row. So again, we've gone for a full body, completely balanced. Emphasize that. This is a completely balanced session, right? So we could replicate something that is this balanced 3 to 4 times a week and be okay. Probably 3 times a week is probably good, and then you could filter in whatever you want to do elsewhere. Right? So it'd be quite cool. So dead stop row. And then we'll bring it on to the last one, accessory. So this is again a tricep. That's all you need to do. I decided to put in some rotation here. I played a lot of golf. This is where you get a little bit specific. You could work on weak points. You could do whatever you like. So I've got a little rotation with the cable where I'm going all the way across, straight stance. Pelvis is coming round, rib cage is moving, and I'm pulling that right across my midline. So boom, boom, boom. Nice. So you can see thumbs pointing up from midline right across. So this is where perhaps a core-based exercise could be, right? So whether it be with a cable machine, whether you can do an isometric hold, like a plank variation, you could do a carry variation here, and those just to make your body a little bit more resilient for what you want it to do. So hopefully that is a little introduction to a very balanced, full body, beginner kind of athlete-based program. So you start doing this kind of stuff, then we can extrapolate out and we'll explain way more stuff in the future. Or you could join my group, which I explain a hell of a lot of stuff very quickly. And we've got loads of lectures, webinars, live calls, programs you can follow in that group. So if you're a coach and you want to do that, absolutely fine, jump on it. Wonderful. If you've got any questions about any of those things, obviously like, subscribe, and comment down below with those questions. Okay? And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.